Hey folks, welcome to Lindo Lake. Barney Oldfield used to race here back in the day. Yeah, a little trivia. All right, my first 2026. It is a Hyundai IONIQ 9, full electric. Gotta tell you, a lot of bells and whistles. Good size 3-row SUV, ultimate red. And when you see this thing in the sun, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Dual motor, H-track all-wheel drive, DC ultra-fast charger, shift-by-wire, no accelerator cable. It's got regenerative braking, 21-inch tires and wheels. It's got a massive sunroof, H-Tex trim seats, heat and ventilated seats all the way around. One thing cool about it is that when you lock the doors, check these handles out. They go all the way in and the mirrors close. I love that. Second row power captain seats. You don't get that too often. Heated power tilt telescoping wheel, smart cruise control, which means if you want hands-free, surround view cameras, auto dimming rear mirrors, hands-free lift gate, 12.3 digital instrumentation. Great instrumentation, tells you everything you ever wanted to know. Ambient lighting, sliding front console. Now, you probably wonder, what's the point of that? It depends on maybe the people in the second row need the center console more than you do. They give you an option to let it slide back and forth. Rear shades on the doors. You've got Bose sound system, wireless phone chargers. You've got a digital key, Wi-Fi hotspot. You also have the option to move the car with your key fob going up and back in the event you need to get into a tight situation. You've got rear-wheel drive S with 215 horsepower with a range of 335. You got the SC and the SEL all-wheel drive with 303 horsepower, 320 range. And you got the Limited Calligraphy with 422 and 311 range. I got it in today, brought it down. I had 350. So it depends on the weather and what have you. Hyundai's just done a phenomenal job with their electric vehicles. This one's all new. It's a 3-row. And like I said, rear wheel or all wheel. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll take a walk around and give you an idea of what you're going to see with the new Hyundai. All right, so here you got the front end, not too much change. You've got the lighting. If you lock it and unlock it, it gives you that little signal. If you're walking away, twice when you unlock it. You've got a storage area in the front, which we'll look at in a little bit. Again, radars and cameras all embedded in the front end, so it gives it a nice, clean look. You've got, let's take a walk around here. Like I mentioned, you got the big 21-inch tires and wheels, folding mirrors, handles that literally go into the door when locked. I'm not a fan of white, but it has white. Let's go ahead and close this door here for a second. Great big door handles. If you're out in the snow, you had snow gloves on, you'd have no problem opening this. Another huge dash. Go ahead and get you a quick eyeball of it. Now, it does have an interesting start-stop. It's a stock with a button, which is weird. You push the button here, shuts it off, starts it up, and to go into drive, you turn the knob. Reverse, nice cameras, as they always have. Park, you just push in from the outside. And then, of course, drive, which is an interesting concept. Lots of storage areas. Your wireless charger is right here, which is real nice. You just lay it right there. This lights up, tells you that it's charging. Really does a nice job with it. You've got good glove box, nice wood trim. Let's take a look and open the How far back she is. So that's one touch. So you got that. That's real nice. I appreciate that. One thing that's a little odd, and I'm going to show it to you, to open up the front hood, you have to pull this door off, and you literally have to pull it off. And something you wouldn't know is you have to pull the handle not once, but twice. And if you don't pull it twice, it's like a double lock. So it's really full of cables and connectors, so you really don't have a lot of room for storage. But we're going to go back into here under something you wouldn't know, but we'll do that when we come back. So I'm not going to close it all the way. I'll just leave it sit like that just for the time being. All right, so if you want to see this, nice, closes right up. Plus you can tell from afar whether you're locked or unlocked. Again, that center console will slide up and back. That's the little door to get into your front hood. And then what you do is when you're done with that, you just snap it into place. An odd design, you think it would have a slide, why you'd even have to put a door on it is beyond me, but I guess they just want to keep the aesthetics in such a way that it'll look good. You've got tilt steering wheel, as I mentioned, it's heated. Telescope tilt, which is real, and it's all electronics. You know, to pull on a handle. I'm going to go ahead and snap that little door cover back in there as well, just so you'll know. And it just adjusts right here. Second row seats, very comfortable. Door opens fairly well. Two-tone seating, which is going to screen all power. And again, it'll fold forward. It's got a center console in the back. That's the back side of that slider. That's how you just turn around. It's a nice, easy one touch. And still looks like it'd be a little difficult to get in. Got an exterior button to raise the hatch. Okay, so this is the type of seat looks like you'd have to, oh wait, here we go. Very good, I like this. Okay, so you can bring the third row up. And you can actually move the second row down. Slide it backwards. And then, which you don't see very often, where you can slide that second row back. And then you could lower that down. And then, of course, the second row, if you want to, looking for more storage space, then, you know, you've got quite a bit of area right there. Now, being the second row, let's see, we can go ahead and put that back down. See how that seat slides back, which is nice. And then once it gets all the way back to where it needs to be, it'll close itself down. And so now you've got yourself a nice, massive cargo area. And check this out. You've got a plug-in, like for 110 or 120, right there, which is interesting. And the way they do that is they have an adapter you can buy that goes into the electrical port, and you could literally power your house off this vehicle, which is quite unique. Oh, this must be the... Now this plugs in and you can pop this off. Plug it into the actual car, and let me see if I can get it to open. Nope, not gonna take a little bit more than, here we go. And you plug your house in. If you can believe that. This goes into the electric charger on the side. You open that up and you can plug your house in and run probably not the whole house, but quite a bit of it, which is quite a device. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that little guy is going to run you about $220. But still a nice feature that you're able to charge up your house through the plug-in. Again, that's Hyundai thinking out of the box. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, so that's pretty much what you've got on the inside and out. You can check out these lighting. Man, there's no reason why you can't see coming down the road, that's for sure. All right, so that's that. So what I'm going to do is, before I show you something that you would not have known, I'm going to walk to the front and grab a component that's going to be part of that. There is your connector, so hold that thought. We'll be right back talking more about what you wouldn't know if I don't tell you on the IONIQ 9.